Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to your C++ tutorial series. This video is going to be all about getters and setters, which is the C++ way of doing encapsulation. Now before we get started, please check out our sponsor, Embarcadero Rad Studio. Rad Studio is the IDE of choice for C++ development. Quickly build native mobile and desktop applications from a single C++ codebase and deploy to Windows, Mac, iOS, and Android. With Rad Studio, user interface design has been made easy with hundreds of pre-built components for cross-platform development. You can easily integrate with popular source control management systems, databases, APIs, and you can make your life easier with numerous third-party extensions. Let Rad Studio do the heavy lifting when it comes to C++ development. Give it a go with a free trial by following the link in the description. So when it comes to getters and setters, all they really are functions that will allow us to have access to private data members of a class. For example, we had this getStatus method which will return the status. The method itself is public. You can see that it's within the public section, but the status data member is private. The method will have access to status because it's defined within the class scope, these curly braces right here. But when you try to access status directly outside of this class, such as when we define a user, it's not going to work because it's private. So this is a getter. Now let me show you what a very simple setter would look like. The setter is going to be void, and it's going to be called setStatus. And it's going to take an argument, which is going to be the status we want to set it to. So we'll say string status. Now because this is named the same thing as this private data member, then we need to figure out how to distinguish them. And I think I mentioned earlier that you can use this with an arrow to refer to the data member and then say status and assign it the value of the argument passed in, whatever this parameter has the value of, which would be status. Now you may hear me say that getters and setters are special functions designed for encapsulation, but that's not entirely true. Although they are used for encapsulation, there's nothing special about them. They're just normal functions that are attached to a class. They're just methods. You don't have to say getter or setter anywhere. Even this get and set is totally optional. It's just by convention that we're putting that there. The main thing that you need to understand is that methods defined inside of the class can access the private members, but you cannot access the private members when you try to access them directly through an object. Now, just as a side note, other programming languages might have the concept of what's known as a property, which is very similar to a data member and very similar to getters and setters, but they're kind of combined into one, and it's basically a way to enforce encapsulation without having to create two functions. Although C++ does not have that kind of thing, this is the way you would do that, and if you ever go to other programming languages, you might run into that. So properties are kind of like a replacement for getters and setters. Just throwing that out there in case you ever run into it in your future programming adventures. Now, of course, this is really not adding anything, because if you look at it, it's just going to return the status and allow us to set the status. So it doesn't add any extra capabilities. If we didn't want to create these functions, we could create the status here. Just like that. And then we could just comment this out and comment these functions out. And our code should compile the same. We have one issue because we're calling that getStatus method. But now we should be able to compile just the same as long as we use the C++11 extension. So you can see I compiled my application, and now we're in the situation where we could access that status directly. We don't have to call these functions, and it works exactly the same way. So you might be wondering, what in the world is the purpose of these getStatus and setStatus functions? Why would we do that when we could just put it as a public member and access it directly? Well, that's the whole idea behind encapsulation, is that whatever is happening behind the scenes, we don't necessarily have to expose that to the public. In this situation, nothing is happening behind the scenes, so it doesn't add any value. But if we would like, we can change the functionality of these functions to make them a little bit more useful. So let's back it up, put this back as a private member, and now let's modify the functions just a little bit. Alright, so this is back as a private member, and what we can do is we can say inside of the setStatus, we could make sure that we set it to either gold, silver, bronze, or maybe invalid or undetermined or something like that. So we can do an if statement in here and say if status is equal to gold, then what we can do is we can set that status. but not only do we want it to be gold, but we also want to allow silver and bronze. Now if status has any of these values, it will allow us to assign it to this data member. Otherwise, we can assign it something else. We could say this status has the value no status. All right, now let's give it a try. Inside of our main function, here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a user, and let's make sure we're calling the right constructor. So let's just look up here. Again, we have a constructor here which takes all three of those arguments, and then let's just create the default constructor that we're going to use. So let's just use the default constructor for this. So back in main, let's just get rid of all this stuff and just use the default one. We don't even need those parentheses there. Now what I'm going to do is call user.setStatus, and I'm going to pass in the value tacos, which is the best status, the elite status. And then inside of this, we're going to call getStatus and see what we get. Whoops, I accidentally did an assignment operator. I did not want to do that. We want to do the comparison. All right, now let's go back and we'll compile. All right, now let's run it. And you can see we have no status. So that is how we basically control access to that data member. We're not just going to let people assign whatever they want to it. We're going to make sure they assign something that's appropriate. You can do the same thing with the getter. So you could make it say, hey, if the status is gold, make it be displayed as G or whatever. You can basically modify the way it's presented. Now, if you're just developing an application by yourself, why would this add value? Well, it wouldn't add a lot of value because you're probably going to make sure that you're going to put the right values in there. But as you get into a more complicated application, it's easier to forget standards and make mistakes. And especially if you're working with other people, then they might not know the exact correct values. And instead of putting silver in here, you might put S. And that might not be a valid value and it might throw off your program. So you just want to do this as an extra layer of protection to enforce that your class is being used correctly. So that is your introduction to getters and setters. Hopefully it was helpful. We didn't get into a ton, but let me tell you, the getters and setters can be an essential part to making your class effective and useful. One other thing I'd like to add is that we are using the same name for the parameter here and the data member. You may see that the data members that are private have some kind of prefix, maybe an underscore or something like that. If you want to do that, that's totally up to you, but I'm just going to keep them the same because it's cleaner for me. So now when I look at this, I know clearly which one's part of the class and which one is the parameter. So it's up to you guys, but that's all I got for you. And please be sure to subscribe and check out the next video. All right, peace out.